Namaskar. Welcome once again to the Mission Sanatana Dharma. Last week, we reflected on the story of King Prithu Maharaj from the Vishnu Purana, the first consecrated king, a leader who demonstrated that true power comes not from ruling over people but from serving them. Today, in week 3 of our journey through the Vishnu Purana, we move forward into one of the grandest chapters, the solar and lunar dynasties. These were not just royal bloodlines, they were lineages of values. Our title for today's reflection is Royal Roots of Dharma, Lessons from Kings. And in this episode, we learn from live 5 great kings Ishvaku, Sagara, Bhagirath, Harishchandra, and Yayati. Each faced a dharma dilemma that speaks to us even today. Their lives may seem distant in time, but their choices mirror our own struggles in modern society. And lineage in Sanatana Dharma is never about entitlement. It is about responsibility. A dynasty survives not because of blood, but because of values carried forward. And the Vishnu Purana repeatedly reminds us, Dharma rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma protects those who protect it. Every king we speak of today shows that how this truth manifests in life. And Ishvaku, son of Manu, was the founder of the solar dynasty. From his line came Harishchandra, Sagara, Bhagirath, Raghu, Dasharatha, and ultimately Lord Rama himself. And Ishvaku represents the roots of discipline and righteous conduct. He laid down the code of agriculture, trade, and governance, setting the tone for generation. Imagine a corporate founder today. The way he runs his company in its early years, his honesty, his discipline, and attitude towards employees becomes the DNA of that organization for decades. Ishvaku was such a founder, but for a dynasty of kings. And Dharmena Hunaha, Basava Samanaha. Without Dharma, human beings are no different from animals. And Ishvaku's message to us is very clear. Greatness is built on discipline, not indulgence. And then comes generations later, King Sagara. He was a mighty ruler, famous for performing Ashwamedha Yajna. But his sons, swollen with pride, disrespected sage Kapila. So their arrogance led to their destruction. All 60,000 burned to ashes. This story may sound mythical, but the lesson is very real. How many empires have we seen collapse overnight due to arrogance? A company that ignores its customers, a politician who ignores the people, a family that ignores humility, all suffer the same fate as Sagara's sons. Sagara himself was a noble king, but he could not check the pride of his descendants. This shows that arrogance within a lineage can destroy even the greatest of legacies. Ahankara balam tarpaha. kama krodha sa samsrita. Ego, pride of strength, arrogance, lust, and anger. These are the gates to destruction. And Sagara's dynasty was not doomed forever. From the ashes of tragedy arose a new light, Bhagiratha. So, Bhagiratha is one of the most celebrated kings of our tradition. His 60,000 ancestors were reduced to ashes, awaiting liberation. Bhagiratha, with extraordinary tapas, brought Mother Ganga down from the heavens to the earth. But this was no simple task. Ganga's force could have shattered the earth. No, so Bhagiratha prayed to Lord Shiva, who received Ganga in his matted locks and released her gently. So the holy Ganga descended, liberating Bhagiratha's ancestors. Remember, Bhagiratha was not working for personal comfort. His entire life's effort was dedicated to others, to his forefathers, to society, to future generations. In modern times, Bhagiratha would be the reformer who fights for clean rivers, for education of the poor, or for renewable energy. His gains no personal comfort, but his penance benefits millions. Even today, when a task is achieved with extraordinary perseverance, we call it a Bhagiratha Prayatna, a great effort of Bhagiratha. So, Tripu Bhavanam Upakara Srenibihi Bhavayanti Giri Sikarini Gangetvam Sada Mam Pavitram Kuru. That is, Ganga, the purifier of the three worlds, who flows from the head of Lord Shiva, always purify me. So Bhagiratha's tapas is an eternal lesson. True greatness is in sacrifice for the greater good. And then comes among the Ishvaku's descendants was Harishchandra, the king who never abandoned truth. Tested by sage Vishwamitra, he lost his wealth, kingdom, and even had to serve as a crematorium worker. His wife and son suffered along with him. Harishchandra did not abandon Satya. In today's terms, Harishchandra is like the honest whistleblower who loses his job, his comfort, even his social standing, but does not compromise truth. Mahatma Gandhi himself said that reading the story of Harishchandra as a child made him embrace truth as his lifelong principle. So, Satyameva Jayate, non-rutam, Satyena Panta Vitata, Devayanaha. That is, truth alone triumphs, not falsehood. The path of gods is built on truth. Harishchandra shows us that truth may cause suffering temporarily, but in the end, it alone leads to liberation. And from the lunar dynasty came King Yayati. He was cursed with premature old age because of his uncontrolled desire. He asked his sons to exchange their youth for his old age. Only his youngest son, Puru, agreed. Yayati regained youth and indulged in pleasures again, but soon realized desire never ends by indulgence, only by renunciation. Finally, he returned youth to his son and accepted the old age. So the story is a mirror for our times. How many leaders cling to power, unwilling to step aside? How many people cling to youth, refusing to accept life's natural progression? Yayati teaches us the wisdom of graceful renunciation. Na jadu kamaha, kama na mupabodena samyas. and Havisha Krishnavatmeva Bhuya Eva Vardate. So, desire is never quenched by enjoyment, just as fire is never extinguished by pouring ghee upon it. Yayati's story is a reminder that true royalty is in self control, not in endless indulgence. So, when we put these kings together, we see a royal mosaic of dharma. Ishvaku shows us the power of foundations. Sagara warns us against arrogance. Bhagirath shows sacrifice for society. Harishchandra embodies uncompromising truth. Yayati teaches us control of desire. So these are not just tales of the past. They are mirrors for us today, in families, in business, in politics, and in personal choices. As we celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi in the coming week, let us remember that Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, just as Bhagiratha removed the obstacle between heaven and earth to bring Ganga. Let us remove the obstacles of ego, greed, and selfishness, and let the river of Dharma flow in our lives. Friends, this is a mission of Sanatana Dharma. From Prithu Maharaj last week to Ishvaku, Sagara, Bhagiratha, Harishchandra, and Yayati today, each life is a torchlight for our own journey. You don't need a throne to live royally. If you carry sacrifice, truth, and duty in your own life, you are a king in the eyes of Dharma. Before I conclude this video message, let me share with you a famous Tirukural of Saint Tiruvallur. Arathal yarenum ஈன்ற பொருட்டல்லால் பிறப்பொழுக்கம் எல்லாம் பொய்த்து. That is, except for the wealth earned through righteousness, all other gains in life are false and meaningless. May these eternal words of wisdom guide us in living a life of virtue, truth, and purpose. I invite you to visit my YouTube channel Yoga, Dhyana, and Dharma for glimpses of our Shruti, Smriti, Itihasas, Upanishads, Darsanas, and Puranas. So, on this auspicious occasion, I wish you all blessed and joyous Ganesh Chaturthi. Best regards, Raju Krishnan, Hyderabad.